Alright, hey, Shalom, Akim, Shalom, Shalom. Before I start this video, I'd like to give all praise, all honor, and all glory unto the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Racha Kodash, Barakta Yahweh, Barakta Yahushai, Barakta Yahweh, Barakta Yahushai, Barakta Yahweh, Barakta Yahushai, Barakta Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Racha Kodash. I'd also like to give double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth and rule well. And I'd also like to give a sincere salutations out there unto you, Akim, and unto you, Dakim, that are out there teaching this word in sincerity and in faith. All right, to you, I say shalom. I'd also like to give a sincere shalom unto the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, the sincere Akim and Aqua that watch our videos, all right? The name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, who the Lord ignorantly calls Yahweh or Jehovah. All right, he's the existing one, the Ancient of Days, the Holy One of Israel. Pursuant to Revelations 2 and 10. No, Revelations 2 and 9. Salaki. I know that works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich, right? Because this, the people who are out here claiming to be the Jews are the richest people on the earth, man. You know, them elite banking family, them is so-called Jews, man. And I know the blasphemy of them, which say they're Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan, right? Them claiming to be the people of Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushua, even though they're Amalek, they're Esau, Edom, you know, they're Mount Seir. You know, them claiming to be the children of the Lord and not being the children of the Lord and stealing our heritage, man, that's blasphemous, man. That's blasphemous as hell, you know? You guys are of the synagogue of Satan, because they use the Talmud, which is a Babylonian book of worship. They use the Kabbalah, which is a book of witchcraft. Yet they over here claiming to be the real Jews. And they over here claiming to be us. You see, but they can't be us, man, because they didn't go through any of the hardships that we went through. They don't know the names. Okay, they're over there living in the Holy Land, but it's not flowing. They have to get everything imported in because they're not the real people. The land isn't given back to them. They're unable to grow crops there or anything like that because they aren't the true people. They're a bunch of heathen living in the Holy Land, pretending to be us. Okay, so let's read. Jay-Z is never beating the Illuminati allegations, especially after teaming up with the Harder They Fall director James Samuel for a project that is every bit as racially divisive as it is blasphemous. Cap. A film that would have been called racist if it was written by a white guy presents the character of Clarence as a drug dealer who uses the popularity of Yahushua Mashiach in what seems to be a desperate, dubious attempt to make some easy money. The film reimagines Jerusalem as a majority black population, which this is around the time of when the Southern Kingdom was on the scene, when they were over there in that land, and Yahushua was over there prophesying of 70 AD and to get out of there. I believe held by many in the black Hebrew Israelites who think themselves to be the true descendants of a lost tribe of Israel. No, not of a lost tribe. They believe to be the true descendants of the lost tribes, man. And it's not just black people. It's Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, West Indians, and Haitians. So anyone that can receive this word and that, Abashmi Ashai puts his spirit on to believe and to edify and exhort, man. And come out here and teach if you're a so-called man, you can put the spirit, you got to put the Rakak Kodash on you to come out and teach, be a part of a camp, Lord willing, great millstone, okay? And for you to know the truth and the heritage, and most importantly, to know his name, which is Yahweh, and his son's name, which is Yahushua, man. And it could be someone that looks Asian. It could be someone that looks white. They're so-called looking, quote-unquote, white people in the camps, Asian people, okay? People that look Filipino, all types of things, man, because it doesn't go just based off color, even though they're trying to say it's only black people, Romans 8:16. The Spirit beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and if children and heirs, heirs of the Most High, and joint heirs with Mashiach, if so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together. You see? So it's not just quote-unquote black people, which they give us that derogatory term black because it represents evil, represents nastiness, unholiness, which, so-called white people are the real black people. They're the real niggards, okay? Continuing on in this article, a belief held by many in the black Hebrew Israelites who think themselves to be the true descendants of a lost tribe of Israel and charge white people with censoring history to deny their Jewish heritage. In an interview with Ebony, Samuel emphasized how important portraying ancient Israel as black is to the narrative of the film, declaring, as much as we love these films, there are no black people in there. Man, that's a bunch of cap. What happens when we, people of color and powerful women, occupy and inhabit a space? I know how to put our spin on it and inject our flavor into it, he elaborated. Rapper Jay-Z would double down on Samuel's claims and further push the narrative that black people were in fact the center of biblical Jerusalem, noting that the director is fearless and a genius. Okay, but they're saying it's blasphemous, and that is not simply true, okay? But the rats, the only thing that they went through was that freaking Holocaust, man, and we come out to learn that was a lie. They weren't even being put in gas chambers or being tortured as they were. They were being hosed down out there in the streets because they were dirty and they had a disease. They had diseases, man. And there wasn't really like 6 million of them that was killed through all these horrific acts. It was more like a million, 2 million that were killed from a disease that they had, and I forget the name, and I believe it starts with a T. I think it was tetanus. I believe they had tetanus, if I'm not mistaken. But nonetheless, we're gonna see who the real people of the Lord are. And we're gonna see who's really blasphemous. Okay, we're gonna prove it using one of the basic milk chapters, Deuteronomy 28. We're gonna start from verse 15. We're gonna see who went through this. Consequences of disobedience. We're gonna see who fits these curses. So-called Jews, or you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, West Indians, and Haitians. So this is Deuteronomy 28 and 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh shall thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee, right, man? Because Yahweh made a covenant with the Israelites in the wilderness, and we could jump to that too, just to show who this law was really for, the laws and given to everyone, to a specific people. So if you're not under the law, you can't sin. So I don't know where this salvation for everyone came from, because not everyone was given the law. So this is we're gonna start from verse 1 of Exodus 24 chapter. He said unto Moses, Come up unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, thou and Aaron, Nadab, and Abihu, and 70 of the elders of Israel, and worship ye afar off. And Moses shall come near Yahweh, and Moses alone shall come near Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, but they shall not come nigh, neither shall the people go up with him. And Moses came and told the people all the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and all the judgments, and all the people answered with one voice, all the words which Yahweh Hashem Yahushai hath said, we will do. And Moses wrote all the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and rose up early in the morning, and builded an altar under the hill, and 12 pillars according to the 12 tribes of Israel. And he sent young men of the children of Israel, which offered burnt offerings and the sacrificed peace offerings of oxen unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And Moses took half of the blood and put it in basins, and half of the blood he sprinkled on the altar. And he took the book of the covenant and read in the audience of the people, and they said, all that Yahweh Hashem Yahushai hath said will we do, and be obedient. And Moses took the blood and sprinkled it on the people, and be said, behold, the blood of the covenant which Yahweh Hashem Yahushai hath made with you concerning these words. Okay, so this is the fulfillment of the people honoring the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, honoring the 615 laws, statutes, and commandments, and acknowledging to do them. And this is what would happen to those people if they didn't follow those laws, statutes, and commandments. Okay, verse 16, cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field. Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store. Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kin, and the flocks of thy sheep. Cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shalt thou be when thou comest out. The Yahweh Hashem Yahushai shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke, and all that thou settest thine hand unto for to do, until thou be destroyed, and until thou perish quickly, because of the wickedness of thy doings, whereby thou hast forsaken me. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai shall make the pestilence cleave unto thee, until he hath consumed thee from off the land where thou goest to possess it. And this happened to Gad, the so-called Native American Indian, and Seminole Indians as well. It wasn't really the Gatling gun. It wasn't really Esau, Edom whooping our ass that got us, man. It was the diseases, man. It was the pestilence that the Yahweh Shai made cleave unto us. The smallpox, the chicken pox, and these various other diseases. Verse 22, Yahweh Shai shall smite thee with the consumption, with the fever, with an inflammation, and with an extreme burning, and with the sword, and with the blasting, and with mildew, and they shall pursue thee until thy perish. And who was they? The Esau, Edom, so-called Edomites, our enemy, man. Verse 22, and thy heaven that is over thee shall be brass, and the earth that is under thee shall be iron. Verse 24, and Yahweh shall make the rain of thy land powder and dust from heaven, shall it come down upon thee until thou be destroyed. going into when the Israelites still inhabited the land of Israel, right? Causing that land to be desolate, causing our land not to be flowing with milk and honey, not to yield unto us because we are being disobedient unto Yahweh Shemi Shai. Verse 25, Yahweh Shemi Shai shall cause thee to be smitten before thy enemies. Thou shalt go out one way against them and flee 7 ways before them, and thou shalt be removed into all kingdoms of the earth, going into the diaspora, going into us being scattered into the 4 corners of the earth, man. James 1:1, you know, our enemies are going to beat us, okay, and we're going to be taken into captivity and scattered across the 4 corners of the earth. Verse 26, and thy carcass shall be meat unto all fowls of the air and unto the beasts of the earth, and no man shall ferry them away, going into the